and welcome into post-show headlines. I'm Andrew Salciunas. This is Connor Thomas. Johnny the K is on vacation, and we sorry we missed you yesterday. I had a flat tire, and so because John wasn't in, I had a flat tire that I had to take care of. Post-show headlines didn't happen, and I know you're devastated because yesterday's would have been the Birds post-game edition of post-show headlines, reacting to preseason week number 3. And I know you are absolutely devastated that you missed out on that content. So we're going to try to make it up for you today. 5 topics, 2 minutes apiece, then we get the hell out of here. This is a normal version of post-show headlines. Don't forget, next Thursday, before the Birds take on the Cowboys in week 1, that'll be the first official regular season pregame edition of post-show headlines. And then Friday will be the first ever regular season post-game edition of post-show headlines. All right, question 1. When does a player weigh thin on you if they ever do? And the reason why I ask this question is after yesterday's debacle in Citi Field, and no, I'm not even talking about Jordan Romano. I'm talking about Alec Bohm. So yesterday, he hits the 2-run single. It's great. I give him his flowers. I tweet about it. How great the lineup's been since Alec Bohm comes back. And then he hits into a double play and he starts complaining about a microphone in center field that was bothering his eyesight. Little crap like that, when it's a continuation of crap, like the pouting and the bat slamming and the helmet slamming, getting benched in a playoff game because of your actions, basically crying in the dugout when your team's up 10-0 because you yourself are having a bad game. Is there a point where players weigh thin on you, and how long does it take for somebody to get to that point for you? Because I liked Alec Bohm a lot, even though he's not my prototypical third baseman because he slaps singles. I like Alec Bohm, the baseball player, but when you're here for a long time and then you start seeing the little things, it's like a relationship, the things that you start going, that thing bothers me more than I think.
Yeah, I'm always, in every facet of my life, a kind of just grit your teeth and bear it type of guy. Like if people started to weigh on me, I work with you and John every morning, so it's easy though to work with you guys. I'm just kidding. Come on, man, I can't take a shot at you. The bottom line with Alec Bohm is this doesn't, to me, feel like a winning mentality. You know what a winner feels like.
Yeah,
it's Jalen Hurts. You go out there and you just feed the company line of keep the main thing the main thing. We're going to keep working at this. And then you go out and you do it. You don't talk about a microphone that's messing with your vision. You don't complain about a call from a referee. And you don't do any of that stuff. It's what losing players and losing teams do.
They had a 10-minute delay.
I know.
Because of the microphone saga.
And that's the stuff that bothers me. Now, the stuff in the dugout, I could take it or leave it. It doesn't bother me as much as some other people because, I don't know, some guys do that, some guys don't. But when it starts to become the blame of something else other than yourself, that's when it starts to get to me. And that's what Alec Bohm did last night, and I didn't like it.
And look, we see it all the time in sports where it's like the Rob Thompson thing. I brought up to you guys last week. When he first became the manager of the Phillies, the interim manager, and they were so good, the tone was, oh my God, how did no one ever give this guy a shot? And now that the Phillies have had the roller coaster season here in 2025, you're seeing the tweets of, no wonder this guy was never a manager to begin with. And it's like, well, hold on a second. You were saying something completely opposite 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Now all of a sudden, because maybe he has weighed thin on people, that the tone has changed a little bit. Now, question 2. We will talk about Jordan Romano now. I need people to comment. I might bring this up on the show tomorrow. So I want you to comment. Obviously, like and subscribe, please. Thank you. Comment underneath. Who do you believe is the worst player you actually think you ever saw play? And I'm serious because Jordan Romano. Somebody brought up Brandon Workman on the text line today. Jordan Romano has had a worse season than Brandon Workman had with the Phillies back in 2020. Now Workman only played in like 14 games because that was the COVID-shortened season. Romano has pitched in 49. We've gone through 49 games of Jordan Romano, which is crazy. Is he, and if it's not him, who is one of the worst players that you think you've actually seen play a professional sport? Which ultimately, they're still better than all of us because they made it to the big leagues or the NBA or the NHL or the NFL.
Can we use the caveat, because this is only a short YouTube video, that we have to eliminate the process Sixers?
Correct. Yes. Yeah.
Because you could just name anybody on that team for like
Right.
a 5-6
They
year
lost
stretch.
on purpose. Yeah.
Man, you know the first player that comes to mind, and it was only a short period with the Eagles, Orlando Scandrick as an Eagle.
That's a great
was
one.
Literally unplayable. He should not have been on the field. He could not have been any
Anderson,
worse.
Deho, another guy. That
Yes.
was, but these guys are cooked. I guess
Yeah.
Romano could be. What did you say, Dylan?
Takes liable.
Matisse
Oh,
Thybulle.
stop.
Yeah,
No, he's not in that conversation.
I agree with Matisse Thybulle, most overrated defensive player in the history of the NBA.
He made second team all defense.
Yeah, because he always got beat off the dribble and then would come and recover.
We're talking about worst players you've ever seen.
I know, he's
Jared Hughes was up there. We brought it up with
Yeah.
the eye roll.
Jared Hughes.
Tommy Hunter was terrible.
Yep.
Like, you know, a great Eagles one. Our boy Whitesnake, Nate
Oh, I
Gary.
hate Nate Gary. Yeah, like these guys are like unplayable. Like one of my first names, I thought it was like Jalen Reagor, and like he's better than all those guys that we just talked about.
Yeah.
Like there have been bad players, and there are literally unplayable, probably worst I've ever seen in my life. And Jordan Romano has reached that point. Philly's Jordan Romano. We're not talking about Blue Jays Jordan Romano when he was actually very, very good. Philly's Jordan Romano, George Familia, another guy like.
Oh, that's a great
These
pick.
are guys that when they come out into a game, obviously relievers it's different because we all watch the guy come out of the bullpen, where we all have the same reaction of, shit, this guy's about to play. Like I need to watch another game. There are a lot of players like that. Like we've JJ Arcega-Whiteside, he sucked.
Yeah.
Like he was
Great special teams player.
he was so bad at football.
Terrible.
And yet they kept him around because he was a second round pick and Jeffrey Lurie wanted him. Like
Jamon Brown.
yes.
Glovesy.
Glovesy, I remember that. He literally stopped in the middle of the play fixing his gloves. That's unbelievable. All right, question 3. Are you honest with yourself about individual expectations? Not your belief that Max Kepler was going to be a good baseball player.
I was wrong.
Took a shot at me, I'd give you one right back. Darius Cooper looks like he's going to make the roster.
Yeah.
Which is great. Like, awesome camp story. But we have seen the awesome camp story then when it comes time to the regular season not be much of a story at all. So, are you somebody that realizes, all right, they were great in camp, they were great in preseason games, good for them, they made the roster, but they probably won't make much of a name of themselves during the season? Or do you believe there's still something there?
No, I don't think there's anything there, especially for this Eagles team with guys like Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown,
Right.
John Dotson, John Mechie. It's fun, and people get caught up in it because it's what we have at this time. But I do think, especially with this year's Eagles team and the expectations, no one is going to mention Darius Cooper for
Right.
months and months and months because they're so much higher. Now, if it's a team like we talked about the Cleveland Browns and their major deficiencies this year,
Sure.
if it's a team like that where there's no expectation, maybe you can carry that over. But no, dude, I don't care about the 53rd man on the roster or the 69th man if you count the practice squad.
Nick Sirianni does.
And that's why he's a great coach for the Eagles. But for me, I'm looking at the top 22 and a specialist or two. And that's all I care
Like a couple
about.
of weeks ago, Dylan did the Name That Eagle and Deshaun Hall. Was
Yeah.
I the only one that got it right? Or I know DeCheco
Yeah.
got it right. 2 football guys, of course. Deshaun Hall was one of those guys where I was like, damn, this guy in the rotation might be really good. He did nothing. Like, absolutely nothing in the regular season, even though he was the camp standout. We've seen it with Paul Turner. We saw it with the, who was the Olympic track star, the wide receiver, who was like 5'4".
Out of Oregon.
Yeah, like
or
if
whatever
he
his name
got
is.
hit, he would have gotten hurt, and that's why he like never played.
Mhm.
So, as excited as I am with Darius Cooper, and I saw things with my eyes where I go, wow, Kevin Patullo straight up said it. We noticed right away in spring that this guy's different than a lot of the other guys. There is still a reason why he was an undrafted free agent. There's still a reason why he went to Tarleton State and not to any other bigger program. So that's why I have that question. Are you a fantasy football related question?
I do, yeah. This is kind of a life what's right and wrong for me here deal. So I was over my buddy's house. He lives like across the street from me last night. Was watching the Phillies game over there because he asked for help with a fantasy draft he's in. Cool league, right?
You're the sports guy, so you can help.
Yeah. Well,
I get
there's-
that all the time, and I don't ever help. I'm bad.
There's like 6 different divisions, 10 teams in each division, and you can like draft the same players in your division as other ones, and it's a huge payout. And I'm helping him out, right?
Wait, so 2 teams could have Jamar Chase?
Yes.
That's weird.
But so like you win your division, you make like a lot of money. You win the whole thing, you make a ridiculous amount of money.
That's great.
One, I'm helping him draft. So am I entitled to ask him for a small cut of the winnings, knowing it's a huge
Your
payout?
assistant GM, how many picks do you think you made? How many? 16 draft.
16. I probably made 8.
Dude, you should definitely get compensated if you win.
Even if it's just like $50. I don't need anything crazy. Just be like, yo.
What's the buy-in?
The buy-in is $250. He could make like thousands.
Yeah, so the reason why it's not 50-50 is because I don't think you put toward the buy-in, right?
No.
Yeah, exactly. But you should get a tip.
Yeah.
That's all. If you drafted 8 of his 16 players and he wins, yes, you absolutely deserve some sort of payout.
And part 2, if you are the sports guy, right, and you are looked at as someone's asking for help, should you overrule a player that he wants? If he's like, I really want this player for my team that I spent $250 on.
No, that's when you do the, hey, this is what I believe you should do, but it's your team.
Yeah. Because that's what I played, but I hated some of his picks, and I was like, I feel bad because he asked me for help, but I also I don't want to be culpable
It's his team.
Okay,
he gets
enough.
final say. Yeah, we don't need all these weird fantasy football leagues. Just do the standard
Scoring 1.2.
I'm sorry, I don't get it. Like, with all due respect to our man Matt Menard, who runs the station league, we got defensive players in it. Like, I'm out. That's why.
Coaches one here.
Yeah, coaches. That's why I don't do it. I don't do it. Like, I want quarterback, 2 backs, 2 receivers, tight end, flex, defense, kicker. My league that I run, that you were in one year and then you left, I finally updated a rule in the league for the first time in 4 years. I added an IR spot.
Oh, that's important.
But like, that's the one thing that I did different. That's not just whatever ESPN provides you on the app.
Just keep it simple.
Just keep it simple. On the divisions and leagues, it's not these. You got to wager for certain players.
Oh, the auction leagues?
Nah, ridiculous. All right. Lastly, I know how you live on vacation, but I wonder if it's actually how you enjoy living on vacation. So Connor was in Ibiza recently, and you lived online. Oh, John Kincade is on vacation, and he allegedly doesn't live online. He's probably watching this whenever it gets posted. Is that how you want to live it? Or is, like, you and I are the same age, but we're totally different people when it comes to how we act. Like, I put my phone, the 2 times I've gone to an all-inclusive, 3 times I've gone to an all-inclusive, I literally put my phone in the safe. I never took pictures. Nothing. When I went to Lithuania, like I only had my phone on me in case I needed to reconnect with my family, because it wasn't just me, Christy, and Cooper. Like, the trips where it's just me and Christy, my phone is done. Like, I don't do anything.
I get that couples trip. My biggest thing, right, and this is a little just peek into the life of Connor Thomas right now. We have a weird schedule. That doesn't match up with a lot of other people's schedule. And I live by myself, right? So I don't get the average amount of human interaction of someone who maybe goes to an office every day or like gets a chance to live on the same schedule as their friends. My biggest thing with that on vacation is like, I like the reaction of being able to talk to people about what I'm doing and share those stories. It's not so much to be like, hey, I'm here. It's, hey, I know I have a bunch of friends that I haven't maybe seen in a while or I don't see often.
Yeah, but you were with your friends.
I was with a couple of them. I was with like 6 other guys. But at the same time, like, I have different friend groups and stuff. So it's cool to be able to have other people know, hey, he's doing this. Let's talk about that. This is a fun story. That's my thought.
Like, when I got to Lithuania, I like updated people on some of the travel issues like you did.
Yeah.
Because of losing bags and all that kind of crap. But like, for the most part, like, unless it was like the end of the day, I don't even look at my phone.
Yeah. Also, Ibiza's a different beast. Like, if you're paying that money, you better tell people you're.
Oh, you want to show off that you're.
Well,
there.
no, man. It's not even like, oh, the status symbol. It's like, if I'm gonna spend this amount of money, you're gonna know I went on this trip.
Like, I'm trying to think. I'm gonna be in Clearwater with Johnny, and DeCheco will be down there because he's covering the birds for Inside the Birds. Unless I'm texting where you guys at, like. Maybe you'll get one sunset.
Bro,
photo.
digital content. We need to put stuff out for the YouTube.
We're going to hit our bonus before then. Anyway. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. I want you to comment on the person that you legitimately think is the worst player you've ever seen play professional sports, because Jordan Romano this year has reached that level for me. Sorry, Jordan. It is what it is. Like, it's your job. But when I suck, people tell me.
Oh, he's Canadian. You got to go, sorry.
All right, everybody, have a great day. Talk to you tomorrow. Thank you for watching post-show headlines today, one of our favorite things to do. And it's not even on the air. It's right here on YouTube. Please like and subscribe everything that we got going on, whether it's a post-show headlines for just our zany topics, something bird related when it comes to the pregame or postgame stuff. But thank you, bottom of my heart. We appreciate it. Check out more videos here.